The founders, the Anti-Federalists, were so concerned about the Constitution when it passed, they required the Bill of Rights to be written. It was an imperative. And the most two important bills in the Bill of Rights, the articles, that people forget about are the 9th and 10th Amendments. And I've spoken to about 60,000 people in the past 3 years. Maybe a handful of them can tell me what the 9th Amendment. Does anybody know the 9th Amendment here in this room? It's okay, nobody knows it. So the 9th Amendment is the powers not enumerated. Basically what happened when Madison wrote the amendment, he was saying that you have rights from your Creator. They're so basic, they're not even listed in the Constitution. They're talking about basic rights to live. They didn't put them in the Constitution because they're not needed, because your rights are granted to you by God and not by the government or the Constitution. People forget this. Article 9 is important because the second half of that article says, and even though they're not listed, doesn't mean the government has the right to violate them. So the government can't make laws violating your rights not enumerated. The second one was the 10th Amendment, which most people know to be state rights. Technically, it's the rights of the people because the people control the states. When you study historically our country, people will forget this. We're called the United States of America. The states is the key word in that sentence because the states bonded together to form the republic. The states are the most powerful entity in this country. Without them, there would be no federal government. They authorized it, they allowed it, and through the Constitution, they gave it limited powers listed in the 18 enumerations. If it's not in those, it's left to the states. There's a reason why each state has its own constitution. You as a citizen had the power to flee a state and go to another state. You had your economic base that you could take. If you didn't like what was going on in California, you moved to Texas. If you didn't like Texas, you could move to Oklahoma. We've lost this because we've given the federal government so much power over our daily life, we no longer have the ability to control what goes on in our states.